So you just opened your 2026 property tax assessment, and wow. Did your jaw just hit the floor? Yeah, you're definitely not alone. But what if I told you there's a powerful way to fight back? In this explainer, we're going to break down the exact steps you need to challenge that number and hopefully win your property tax appeal.
You know that feeling, right? You see the new number and the first thing that pops into your head is, this can't be right. And listen, with property taxes jumping an average of 18% in the last 5 years, that sticker shock is more common than ever. But here's the thing. What if that gut feeling is actually correct?
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting. Check this out. According to the National Taxpayers Union Foundation, a tiny, and I mean tiny, 5% of homeowners ever bother to challenge their assessment. But look at this. For the few who do, the success rate is often between 40 and 60%. Your chances of winning are basically a coin flip.
So that's the big secret here. Most people just pay the bill, but the odds are way better than you think if you just try. And over the next few minutes, we're going to walk you through exactly how to be one of those winners.
Okay, first things first. Let's figure out if this is even worth your time, right? Nobody wants to fill out a bunch of paperwork for nothing. So let's do a quick little litmus test to see if you've actually got a strong case.
All right, listen closely. Does any of this ring a bell? Did you just buy your house and the new assessment is way higher than what you paid? Or have you seen sold signs pop up on houses just like yours that went for less? How about that leaky roof or the big crack in the foundation that the assessor has no clue about? Or maybe a big company left town and you know for a fact that local home values have taken a hit. Any one of these is a huge red flag.
And here's the thing. You don't need a perfect score here. You don't need all 4 of these to be true. If just one of these points has you nodding your head, then you should seriously think about moving forward. You've probably got a case.
Okay, so you think you might have a shot? Awesome. Now let's get into the real nuts and bolts, your step-by-step game plan. We're going to break down exactly how you can build a rock-solid case.
It really just boils down to 4 simple, manageable steps. First, we got to understand the bill, so we know what to attack. Second, we gather our evidence. Third, and this is a big one, we file on time. And finally, we present the case. See? Not so bad. Let's dig in.
Step 1 is absolutely critical. Your bill has 2 main parts. You've got the tax rate, which is set by the city or county. You can't fight that. But then there's the assessed value. That's just the county's opinion of what your house is worth. And opinions, they can be challenged. That's our target right there. All right, let's build your arsenal. First, get your home's property card from the assessor's office. Go over it with a fine-tooth comb. You'd be amazed how often they get the square footage or number of bathrooms wrong. Next, find 3 to 5 comps, similar houses that sold in the last year for less than your new assessment. Got problems with a house? Take pictures, get repair estimates. And here's a pro tip. Call a local real estate agent and ask for a free market analysis. It looks super official and adds a ton of weight to your argument.
And please, please, please avoid this one crucial mistake. Don't use listing prices as evidence. What matters is the actual sales price. A house can be listed for $400,000 all day, but if it's sold for $375,000, then it's a $375,000 comp. That little detail can make or break your case.
Now for the part you absolutely cannot mess up, the deadline. You usually have a tiny window to file your appeal, sometimes as short as 30 days from when you get your notice. I'm not kidding. If you miss it, you're stuck waiting a whole year. So whatever you do, don't wait.
So, you've got your evidence, you've filed the paperwork on time. Awesome. Deep breath. Now, what happens? Let's talk about the waiting game and what you can expect next.
Yeah, you're going to have to be patient. You might get lucky and get a decision in the mail in a few weeks, but if your case needs an actual hearing, it could easily drag on for a few months. It really just depends on how backed up they are where you live.
At the end of the day, it's going to go one of 2 ways. You win, congratulations. Your home's value gets lowered, your tax bill drops, and you might even get a refund for what you already overpaid. Or the decision doesn't go your way. If that happens, don't throw in the towel just yet. It's not always the end of the line.
So yeah, what happens if you get that letter and it's a no? Do you just give up and write the bigger check every year? Absolutely not. You've still got options.
Most places let you appeal to a higher authority, like an independent review board or even a state court. This is also when you might want to think about calling in a professional. A lot of property tax consultants work on contingency, which is amazing. It means they only take a cut of your savings if they win the case for you. No win, no fee.
So, after all that, let's just get to the bottom line. You're probably wondering, is all this work really worth my time?
And the answer is a huge, resounding yes.
I want you to think about it this way. Let's say a successful appeal saves you $500 a year. Okay, not a life-changing amount of money, right? But over 10 years, that's $5,000. That's a family vacation. That's a new furnace. It's real money that should be in your pocket.
And this right here is the most important thing to remember. In most places, if you appeal and lose, nothing happens. Your assessment just stays the same. So all you've really risked is a few hours of your time and maybe a small filing fee. The risk is incredibly low, but the potential reward is huge, and it pays you back year after year.
So there you have it. You have the entire playbook. You know what to look for, what evidence to gather, and every step to take. The only question left is, are you ready to stop overpaying and go claim the money that's rightfully yours?